What's going on, guys? It's Big Mike, a.k.a. Mike Laro, here with you on Edge of Philly Sports, doing the Phightins final. What can I tell you? Phil's dropped one tonight, 8-4 to the Florida Marlins. And for Aaron Nola, man, maybe an extra day would have probably helped him. I don't know, man. His starts this year have just been, oh, boy. Again, he has the one bad inning, which has been, I guess, a microcosm of his career. It's always been the one bad inning that goes and gets him. Tonight was no different. It looks like actually he probably had two bad innings. But again, Jesus Lorado, I mean, God, what can you say about this kid pitching tonight? 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks. Did a really good job. You got to tip your cap to this kid. Noah went 5 2/3, gave up 9 hits, 4 earned runs with 6 strikeouts. I mean, something's got to give here. I mean, maybe they should have switched him and Wheeler, in my opinion. Maybe should have gave Wheeler the start tonight, give Aaron the start tomorrow while it's 80 degrees out. Because we all know, man, once this weather is cool, Aaron Nola is no good. Like, he'll get his strikeouts, but he's just prone to get crushed in these games where it's cool out. I mean, for him to pitch well, it's got to be the dog days of summer. You know, it's got to be dripping humidity. Excuse me, dripping humidity. You know, for him to go out there and dominate. And, like, when are we going to see this? When are we going to get this Aaron Nola? You know, I don't know. I'm getting a little frustrated with him. I really, truly am. And this is something that's been going on for a long time with Aaron Nola. This isn't something that just cropped up this year. This has been something with him that's been going on for a long time now. But again, 8-4 is your final. Tomorrow, Zach Wheeler will go for the Phillies against, I believe it's Cabrera. Yes, Ever Cabrera tomorrow will be going against Zach Wheeler. Now, the only thing about Cabrera going tomorrow for the Phins is he's not quite as good in the strike zone. He's got 6 Ks and 13 walks so far on the season, where Zach Wheeler's the exact opposite. He's got 12 Ks and only 4 walks. So both ERAs are kind of right around each other. Cabrera with a 5.40 ERA. Zach Wheeler with a 5.59. So maybe a little brighter head there. Phillies in this on a high note, go 4-2 on the opening homestand. But as far as tonight goes, it was just the Phillies got behind the ball, and they got behind the ball early, man. If we're looking at it here, John Beretti homers the deep center, the top of the third, to give the Fish a 1-0 lead. And to be honest with you, it would stay like that. They would scatter a couple hits here and there off of Nola up until the top of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th inning, Jorge Soler would double to left, and Luis Arrizia would score, making it 2-0 Fish. And then an old nemesis from the postseason a year ago from the World Series, Yuri Gurriel would single to left center, and then George Hilaire would score. They would go up 3-0. And then Nick Fortes singles to center. Gene Segura ends up going to second, and Yuri Gurriel would score, putting the Fish up 4-0 in this game at the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Phillies answer back. They do. Right from the get-go, Kyle Schwarber hits a Schwarber bomb, his 3rd of the year, to right center. 4-1 Fish. And then Nick Castellanos would reach base, would get on base. Josh Harrison would hit. And Sosa would also be on base as well. So he would have bases loaded, and Bryson Stott would single to left center, with Sosa going to third, Harrison scoring, and Harrison and Castellanos both scoring on that, making it a 4-3 game. Unfortunately, it would die there for the Phillies. Top of the 7th, Luis Arrizia homers to make it a 5-3 game. Yuri Gurriel gets on base again. This time he's brought in by John Birdie, making it a 6-3 game. And Jazz Chassim triples the deep right center, knocking in John Birdie. 7-3, and then Luis Ariza singles to center, and Jazz Chassim scores, making it an 8-3 game, and that would hold up until that was in the top of the 8th inning. Bottom of the ninth, JT Realmuto would hit a double, scoring Brandon Marsh. Again, I don't understand why Brandon Marsh didn't play in this game. They started Christian Pache in this game. To be honest with you, God, it's been something. We got Walter checking into the show tonight. Walter, thank you for checking in, buddy. It says Aaron Nola lost millions in his future negotiations tonight. I would believe it. Angel ruins any chance of a comeback. I wouldn't say Andrew Bellotti. I'm not going to kill Bellotti. Bellotti's been used a lot in this early going, and eventually the guy's going to have a bad outing. I'm not going to kill Bellotti. Bellotti's kept the Phillies in a lot of games this year. He's pitched a ton for the Phillies already. Like, if there's a guy in that bullpen who needs a break right now, it's Bellotti. So I'm not going to kill Bellotti on this. He had a bad game. It's understandable. I would give that dude tomorrow off, to be honest with you. I really would. I like to see more Alvarado. I like to see more Dominguez. Less Connor Brogdon. I feel like between Bellotti and Brogdon, they've been used a ton so far in this early part of the season. So I would really like to give those guys a break, man. I really would. But, I mean, you're looking at these Phillies bats tonight, man. And here's an alarming stat that I saw. First 5 batters were 5 for 22 in this game tonight. 5 for 22, and that's with Trey Turner going 0 for 5. Now, Trey's been good since he's gotten here. I'm not really going to knock him. But you're paying a guy $300 million. Dude, I'm sorry. Like, you can't be going 0 for 5. You got to at least get one hit. Like, I'm sorry. It's just, no. Get on base, man. Excuse me real quick. Get on base. Do something. This guy was 0 for 5, man. There's Joey Sullivan checking in. It's John. Hopefully you guys check Joe out here every Monday night on the Sully Squad. Also, over on Out of the Box, he does a great baseball show. Him and Europol, they did it earlier this evening. But Joe, you're right. Nola to me right now is just, it's one bad inning with him. It's just one bad inning. And if the temperature is below 80 degrees, this dude, that bad inning is coming. If it's above 80 degrees and it's humid out, he's probably going to be a dominant pitcher. This is something that we've seen since he's been brought up here. Since he's been brought up from the minor leagues, this has been Aaron Nola. Plain and simple. But getting back to this lineup tonight, I mean, I'm looking at this lineup going down, and there's a lot of 4s. Nick Castellanos was 2 for 4. Bryson Stott was 2 for 4. Harrison was 2 for 3 tonight. He was 2 for 3 with a walk. To me, I'm sitting here looking at this game. Again, Sosa. Let me ask you a question. Maybe him starting? Maybe there's a reason why he's a bench player. He's good coming off the bench. Because every time they try to give this guy more than a couple of bats, man, he doesn't seem to come through. Again, Connor Brogdon giving up a run. Bellotti giving up the 3 runs. Like I said, Bellotti, I'm going to give a pass to. Again, he's been pitching a ton early on in this season. If there's one guy you can really, out of that bullpen, look at and go, all right, we can kind of give him a pass on having a bad game, it's Andrew Bellotti. I mean, he's been in damn near every game for the Phillies, with the exception of maybe like 1 or 2. So I would definitely give him a pass. Same thing with Connor Brogdon. Connor Brogdon's been in a lot of games too this year. So, but Aaron Nola's got to do something with this ERA of his too. I'm sorry. You really do. He's 7.04. This guy's supposed to be your number one. He's got a 7.04 ERA. Nah, you can't do that. There's Dave Yarnell checking in, saying you got to give credit to Luis Reyes for going for the cycle for the fish. Yeah, you do. You got to tip your cap, and that's a great accomplishment for that kid hitting for the cycle. That's not something you see every day. So for him to do that, it's been pretty good. But I got to get on this guy. This guy wants to be paid like a number one, Aaron Nola. He wants a new contract. Dude, you got to show me that you can pitch still. Like right now, the way Aaron Nola's pitching right now, I am very comfortable with him walking at the end of the year or them trading him at the trade deadline. I'm very comfortable with it because to me, it doesn't look like it looks like he's back to the Aaron Nola that was before. He had a great postseason run last year. That's last year, dude. We're already in a new season. And for you to go out there and pitch that game tonight and only give your team 5 2/3 innings, like, come on, dude. Like, you're on your third start now. It's the third time in. Like, you got to go past 5 innings. Somebody in this rotation has to give this bullpen a break. And what I mean by bullpen, I mean guys like Bellotti, guys like Connor Brogdon. You got to give those guys a break, man. Dave says the base running for this team is really bad as of late. Yeah, Dave, I can agree with that too. That's another thing too. They got to stop with these mental errors and getting thrown out on bases. Like, they got to stop. They're a lot better team than this. And I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. My allergies are really going. So if you see me wiping and stuff like that, I'm apologizing beforehand. Allergies are a big thing this time of year, and they kick my butt every time. So, yeah, these simple mistakes, and if you take a look at it, like right now, if you're looking, a lot of teams from the postseason a year ago are having really bad seasons. Look at the National League right now. The only team who made the postseason last year that is really starting out pretty strong is the Atlanta Braves. Braves are the only team that are playing strong right now. St. Louis is in last place in their division. Mets and Phillies are down near the bottom in their division. Okay. San Diego's in the middle of their division right now. The Dodgers are in the middle of the division. I mean, God, dude, the Arizona Diamondbacks are in first place over there. And how about those Tampa Bay Rays? I'm going to get into them in a second when I do the around the league. But congratulations to them. They're now 11-0. They beat the Red Sox today 7-2. 11-0 for those Tampa Bay Rays. Did anybody see that coming? But look at the Houston Astros, the world champion Houston Astros. They're 5-7 right now. They lost to Pittsburgh tonight, by the way. Lost to Pittsburgh tonight. So it's not just the Phillies, I think, that are suffering from this postseason hangover from a year ago. You have the two teams that played in the World Series not really getting off the good starts. You had teams that played in the, that played inside the championship series. None of the, you had those other two teams, the Padres and the Yankees. They're not playing as well. So, I mean, if you're looking at it, like right now, take a look at the Yanks right now. The Yanks ain't too bad. The Yanks are 7-4. So, I mean, I guess you could say the Yanks are doing okay. But, I mean, if you're taking a look, you got this is the one that's really getting me right now is the Houston Astros at 5-7. That's, to me, is crazy. You would think that they would be world beaters right now, but getting back here to this game tonight, Nolan's got to come in. He's got to be better. He's got to be better. Like, and I'm sorry, this whole thing where we got to wait for him to be, lathered up, and if that's the way you're going to do it, man, switch him on a day. Like, look at the weather. I mean, God, push Zach Wheeler up a day. If you have to. It's not like they're going off. I mean, they've all had an extra day's rest because of the rain out on Friday, the rain out for the home opener. So they've already all had an extra day's rest. So why not put Zach Wheeler in there If you know it's going to be 80 degrees, give Noah another day's rest. Have him come in and have him pitch on an 80-degree day instead of pitching him, when the temperature's in the low 60s and it's cool out. This guy, it's obvious. It's been proven now for as long as he's been in the major leagues, as long as it's cool weather out here, as long as it's cool out, he can't pitch in cool weather, which really concerns me when it comes to October. Okay, you saw he ran out of gas last year. Out of gas. He was out of gas last year. And I'm scared he's going to end up doing that again this year. Okay? You have another comment here from Jeff. I think Noah's best is behind him. I believe it is too. Jeff. I think this is a year that I think we can finally get. I'm fine with trading him and to trade deadline. You bring Painter up, okay. You have Abel also waiting in the system. You're going to have guys coming up. I mean, if you want to keep them around for the push run, that's fine. But Dave Yarnell said on the bright side, Stott has an 11-game hitting streak. Yes, Bryson Stott has been hitting, and he's hitting the cover off the ball, guys. He really is. Really, really is. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to go pay some bills real quick. I'm going to be, if you're down in Delco, make sure you come down to 24 East Sellers Avenue, Dolan's Bar. Come down. Dolan's has Quizzo, music, memorabilia giveaway, and you never know who you're going to run into there. Guys, I was there last year for Game 2 of the World Series. Lenny Dykstra was in the house. He's had Mickey Morandini in the house. Hollis Thomas has been in the house. So you never know who you're going to run into down at Dolan's. Go down there. You see our man PJ right here. If you run into him at Dolan's, tell him that the boys at AOP sent you down there. And, you will definitely have a good time. I frequent this place a couple times myself. Always a good time at Dolan's. And, guys, if you're looking for tickets for the Phillies game tomorrow or later on down the year, or a concert that's maybe coming to the area, or theaters or a show to go take the wife to, guys, check out sherrystix.com. Type in the promo code EOP10. You will get an additional 10% off once you type that in. And trust me, what you see is what you get. That is the ticket prices. There are no hidden fees there with sherrystix.com. And again, type in the promo code EOP10 and you'll save an extra 10%. And hey, 10% goes a long way. And guys, if you need any legal representation, make sure you check out our guy, David Archerry, at 610-565-0300 for workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, or criminal law. You can reach him on the phone number that I had just mentioned or www.cherryinjurylaw.com. Again, let Dave know that the boys at EOP sent you over there, and Dave will take really good care of you. And, of course, PhillySportsTrips.com. Definitely the guys over there at PhillySportsTrips.com, Vince and the rest of the crew over there, they do a great job. Guys, if you can see just on here, look how long all this is sold out already. The draft in Kansas City, the end of the month, the 27th to the 30th. Guys, if you want to go to the draft, Philly Sports Trips got you covered. Guys, if you want to do the ultimate Philadelphia, Colorado weekend, May 13th to the 16th, you have the Union going out there to play Colorado. You also have the Phillies going out there to play the Colorado Rockies. Make it a Philly, Colorado weekend. Go to PhillySportsTrips.com. Book it on there. And I can talk to you firsthand. I did the Washington trip this year for the Birds. The tailgate alone was worth the price of the admission of what I paid. I cannot wait to do it again. And also, guys, they got some really good trips upcoming. I know they have a trip to Citi Field coming up. There's also packages in there for Pittsburgh at the end of July, which will be really, really good. So, guys, once again, PhillySportsTrips.com. Go on there, and like I said, you won't regret it, man. Woo. All righty, guys. We got a couple comments here. Let's lead off versus righties again. You know what, Walter? I agree with that. If Stott's your best hitter right now, you got to put him at the top of the lineup. I'd move Trey now. What does Jeff said? He says yes. Trade him. Let Strom and Falter in the rotation. Bring Abel and Painter up as the fifth starter. I don't know if you want to keep Strom in there as a starter. He's looked good. Although I do love Bailey Falter. If you are familiar with me, I'm a part of P&M in the AM. We are here on EOP every Sunday morning with me and Pat Bernard, who also does Phightins Final. I gave Bailey Falter the nickname last year, the stopper, because every time when we had Girardi, every time that kid got into it, like that he started, most of the time they got a win, and he gave them solid outings. And this kid, he's just continued on from last year. I'm really impressed with Bailey Falter. If they may have something with him, and just think Rangers not that far away. Okay, Rangers probably about 2 weeks from coming back and rejoining the team. So you're going to get Ranger Suarez back, which will probably knock everybody else back, put Strom back in the bullpen, where I'm pretty sure it would probably help out the bullpen. But yeah, if you can get something for Aaron Nola and he's not living up to what it is, and you want to get him out of there for some talent, I would say, yeah, do it. You know, it's better than not getting nothing for him at all. The only way you don't get nothing for him at all is if, you guys are in a dead heap of running, playing. I know it's still kind of early yet, and I think all the teams are going to hit this kind of stride. The Mets right now can't get out of their own way. And it's really a shame because I really thought they were going to do something. But, man, that Verlander injury is really, really, really getting on it. That and Diaz, the Diaz injury. And plus, they're not hitting either. So, like I said, it's going to be a long ways to go. We have a long way. Phillies do lose tonight, though, 8-4. Again, tomorrow, Wheeler and I just had what was it, Garcia? Cabrera. Edwin Cabrera. Zach Wheeler, 4:05 tomorrow. I will be joining you once again. After that game, I'm pulling duty. My partner, unfortunately, did not kind of had a little mishap, so I'm filling in for him tomorrow. But we're going to go over the National League. We're going to go over a Major League scoreboard right now. Of course, the Phillies lose tonight 8-4. So we're going to sit back in final from Cleveland. The Yankees win 11-2 tonight. The Baltimore Orioles came back in this game and won 12-8 over the Oakland Athletics. They were down 7-1 at one point in time in this game. I cannot wait to go watch the highlights of that because it was 7-1 and it was kind of late in the game. It was probably like 6th, 7th inning. So I want to see how the O's are turning around. That's another surprise team. Baltimore Orioles playing really good baseball right now. The aforementioned Pittsburgh Pirates beat the defending world champion Houston Astros 7-4. The undefeated Rays 11-0. They beat the Boston Red Sox today 7-2. The Toronto Blue Jays beat the Detroit Tigers 9-3. The Padres double up on the Mets 4-2. The Braves continue to win, man, 7-6 over those Cincinnati Reds. And final in 10 innings, the Minnesota Twins beat the Chicago White Sox 4-3. Right now, the end of the 7th in Chicago, the Cubs lead the Mariners 14-8. Want to see the highlights of that one? Sounds like the wind's blowing out at Wrigley. The Rangers, top of the 9th, lead the Kansas City Royals 4-3. The Rockies are beating the Cardinals 6-2. Right now, 2 outs, bases loaded for the Cardinals. Anaheim and Washington are scoreless, along with Milwaukee and Arizona, also scoreless. The Angels and Nats are in the end of the 3rd. Top of the 4th inning in Arizona is 0-0. And the Giants lead the Dodgers 2-0 in the top of the 3rd. So there you have it, guys. That is your MLB rundown for tonight. And I just want to say, guys, it's been a pleasure to doing this with you guys and having you guys tune in. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. I see a couple mad faces up there. I would be mad too. Phillies did not look good tonight. And I'll tell you what, they get to come back and do it again tomorrow. So, guys, for everybody here at Phightins Final, I'm Big Mike Lauro. I will see you tomorrow. I have the Phightins Final again. One more to go. Zach Wheeler on the mound tomorrow. 4:05. I'll see you right after the game. Guys, you have a good night, and I will see you then.